Hey everybody! I'm going to miss you these 2 weeks, so we're going to have class together this way. Let's get to the end of our primer book. I'm opening up our lesson book to page 62, Grandmother. First I'll play it, and then we'll work through how we can learn it together. We start with the left hand. And I think we probably need a reminder of which hand is the left hand. Well, I've got my ring on, and I'm going to go ahead and put some stickers on my left hand. None of us in class are lucky lefties, so we're going to use our most comfortable hand to point to the left, and maybe you can put a sticker there. I am going to put one of our friends. We're going to thank Salma for this. A nice big gorilla on my left hand. Okay, I think we can see that gorilla. And we need to give him or her some pizzazz to show up on the video. So I'll pick some bright colors here. We all know I love purple. We'll put a fuchsia star. We'll put a purple star here. I like the cool colors. We'll put a blue star. We'll put a green star. And which hand is this? Well, down there, that's my left hand. Okay, so we'll start with the bass clef. And like I said, I'll talk you through this, but I'll just play it first. So we have not the first C, not the second, but the third C is where our left hand goes. And later our right hand will start it on middle C. Grandmother, page 62 of the lesson book. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, play. Now let's figure out how to make sense of the score. I'm going to share my screen here. It will go right to the lesson book. Okay, so we start with the bass clef. Okay, I'm circling that. And we always read the left hand down there. Oopsie. Made a little mistake. Let's erase that. Okay, left hand is over here. Always reading on the bottom. Left hand. And later we'll see what the right hand does. So the left hand, we start on a G. Okay, and that's the G above middle C, and I'll show you that later. We always want to ask, steps or skips? Ooh. Well, we have a space to space note, another space to space note. Those are skips. We're skipping notes, and as a result, our finger numbers there are going to be the thumb, 3, 5. Okay. And that repeats. Thumb on G. 1, 3, 5. That's the left hand. Oh, Oh, what happens next? We have 3 D's in a row. Circle those repeated notes with me. And then another skip. We're going to skip fingers, but this time we were repeating that 4th finger. And remember, this is the left hand. Skip to 2. Then we have a step down, little step, next door neighbor. And then what do we have? We are walking by steps. Okay, so these 3 are just next door neighbors. Let's write those finger numbers. Oh, I made a little boo-boo there. We'll erase that. Get my eraser and just go back to drawing here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so mark your books. You might need to pause the video and write in these finger numbers. I can see that's hard to read. These are all 4s. Okay, mark up your book just like that. And now I'll play the left hand. I'll switch the camera. We'll lose these markings in about 5, 4, 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Okay, let me talk through those finger numbers. C position, left hand on the piano. Here we go. There's my left hand. It's on the 3rd C going up. Let's play Grandmother together, saying the finger numbers. Left hand finger numbers. Thumb is 1, we know that. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. So we're skips, and then repeated notes. The ring finger. 4, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, did you get that? So we had skips. 1, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. And those fingers only work for the left hand, my fancy hand with the gorilla and stickers. And now the right hand, let's mark up the score for the right hand. Open up your book, get out your colored pencils, and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so now we go to the right hand, and we know that the right hand is always reading the top line, that treble clef. The right hand is reading that, and all of us in class, Elliot, Frank, Hope, and Selma, we're all right-handed, okay? So our dominant hand is reading upstairs. And Grandmother, the very first line, the right hand has nada, nothing, okay? And the second part of it, the right hand, plays that same melody, but it ends differently. So let's review and mark the score together. We have 2 skips that start our melody. Okay, we're skipping notes. We're skipping finger numbers. So we have that in the right hand. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. And then, behold, over here, repeated notes again. Because we're in the right hand, those are going to be now our pointer finger, and I'll show that. Ooh, we've got that skip again. Got that skip. So that means we skip a finger. And we'll just read these finger numbers here for the steps down to end. I like showing steps with an arrow. Are you marking your music with me? You can pause this and get some colored pencils or crayons, just like we do in class. It's been a while since we've done this, so this video is really good to get back towards marking the score. Let's learn that right hand together. Why don't you copy these marks into your music? You can pause this or do it quickly. We're going to switch back to the piano in 5 seconds. Did you get those repeats? Did you catch that there's 3 Ds right here? Oopsie, I got an arrow instead of my drawing tool. Okay. Okay, I hope you got those finger numbers. And now let's return to the piano and play it together. Okay, there I am. So in Grandmother, you would have set up your left hand here. But now we're going to work on the right hand, which is above here on middle C, the 4th C up. So gorilla hand, we're going to rest. And we're just going to work on the melody that we marked up, starting from measure 5. Let's say finger numbers together, okay? Right hand, 2nd line of the music. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. In fact, I'm going to use a pointer. Ooh, I've got a nice pointer right here. How about we use my shiny one? I'm going to point to that 2nd line of music, starting from measure 5. Can you see that 5 in a box? That's the measure number. 2nd line, treble clef. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we'll notice, let's share the screen again, and let's again look at that 2nd line. So in the 2nd line of music, I'll get my writing tool. Of course I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the 2nd line, just to be sure we're all looking at the same thing, I'll box it for us. Okay, we're talking about the 2nd line of music. Okay, and this was the, right here, there's that boxed 5 to show that's measure 5. So this was measure 1, and then we had a bar line. Just a little bit of review here. Measure 2, then we had a bar line. Measure 3, bar line, measure 4. And every measure, of course, has 4 counts. See, you're a captive audience, so I can review all these things. So we're starting from measure 5. But my main point I want to make now is that, ta-da, both hands are playing, right? We have music in the treble clef and the bass clef, the left hand. And the left hand, we can see the finger numbers here. And we know from earlier pages that this note on the bottom of the left hand, that's bass C, that's G. And we hold it for 4 counts. We've got these whole notes. Okay, these are the same notes over here. Again, finger 5 on the bottom, the pinky up to the thumb. And then we'll read these finger numbers over here. The left hand has notes that are stepping down, just like the right hand, but they're not the same notes. Okay? That's a thing that a lot of students get confused with. So let me play the left hand alone on the piano, just this 2nd line here, where the left hand is not playing the melody. Okay, I'm just going to play this 2nd line, left hand alone. We like to practice that way, hands alone, because our pieces are getting more complicated. So we'll practice hands alone and then put it together. Okay, let me do the part we just marked up together. The left hand of the second line. Okay, I'm playing down here. Okay? I've got these big long whole notes. So we're going to remember that the whole notes last for a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just going to hit those whole notes and hold them. So the left hand, measure 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. With my gorilla hand. 2, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. I bet you're ready to put it together. You can stop your video or you can play along with me. I'll set our counting. I kind of like using a drum here. Okay, here we go. 1. Oh, that doesn't sound as nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we like that sound. I guess I can't have it all, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready from the beginning. On that cherry pie. Second time along, chocolate cake. Great. So now we've learned the piece, but now let's talk about something else we see on the page. At the top of the page, under grandmother, okay, ignore the cherry pie and the chocolate cake, it says something else. The question and answer song. Well, what does that mean? Well, just like in conversation, when you ask somebody, how are you? They answer, oh, I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I'm really tired. I didn't sleep well last night. You can have all sorts of questions and all sorts of answers. Well, music has questions and answers. When you look at the song, we see a question mark on the left side. So we see that the first line is the question, and the second line was the answer. And now let's look over here on page 63 to learn more about musical questions and answers. Read with me on page 63, and we'll just look at the page together, okay? I'll go ahead and find that for us. I'll go to my theory book, okay? And we'll look together. Let me make sure that we're actually seeing the same page. Okay, we are. Okay. Oopsie, I'm on the wrong, I just realized what I did. So let's go back to stay in the lesson book. Sorry, stay in the lesson book, page 63. So, a musical question is a short melody that does not end on the home note, which in our case is C, because we're in the C 5-finger scale. Okay, so let me play this fun question here at the top of this page. I'll circle what I'm about to play for you so we know what I'm doing. well, why don't I go crazy and make it a beautiful symmetrical box? Because I can. Okay? Let me play this question. Can we make some pancakes? Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, leaving me hanging. That was a nice question. And now we're going to answer that question. So I'll play the second part. Here's our answer. I'll go ahead and erase that first box. Here's the answer. We can make some pancakes. Yum, yum, yum. So the answer comes back to the home note, C. And we'll see, we can read here in the book that we just did a parallel answer. Answering melody that begins the same way as the question and then changes and ends on the home note. Okay, so now let me play the whole thing. I will play both the question and the answer without interruption. And you'll notice that both this question and both this answer start the same way, but they end differently. So this is a parallel answer. In a few minutes, we'll learn that you can have a different type of answer. So let's get back to breakfast. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Ready? The question. Can we make some pancakes? Yum, yum, yum. Here's our answer. Yes, we can make some pancakes. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, we move to the bottom of this page, and I'll erase these marks. I'll erase that. Let me get my eraser. Okay. So down here, I'm at the bottom of the page, underneath those amazing pancakes, we have the same question. But now we're going to have a different sort of answer. Our answer is going to simply be completely different, and that's what we call a contrasting answer. Well, those circles are hard to draw. How do people do that? I guess I just start over here. Oh, I figured it out. Okay, so the question will be the same as above, but the answer is going to be totally different. It's going to start differently. That's a contrasting answer. I'll play the whole thing. Can we make some pancakes? Yum, yum, yum. We can make some pancakes. Yum, yum. Totally different answer. We have a fun activity which you will really enjoy. We have a long time before you see each other. Let me highlight that activity at the bottom of this page. I love purple. We've got a creative activity. Go back to grandmother. Notice that the song Grandmother on the facing page has a parallel answer, meaning that the second line of grandmother starts the same way. So, can you make up a parallel answer of your own, changing measure 7 and 8 of grandmother? I'll go back there. Let's look at that page. Let me see. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to go back to my browser and change it there. Let me do that. Well, I'm a little confused, so I will stop my share And I will change the page on grandmother so we can look at it together. And then I'll reshare the screen. Let me reshare that page that I'm on, grandmother. Okay, we're spending a lot of time on this because in music there's a lot of question and answers. So the question in grandmother is the first line. That's the whole question. But notice how the question has that melody, and then the answer has the same melody up in the right hand. In fact, I need to even expand this further. The question is actually the same for 3 measures out of 4. Look at this, the answer has exactly the same melody. And in fact, even, look at this, even this note is the same. Except the question goes up, and the answer comes down to our home note, which is C. Okay? Thanks for being patient with me. Now this will prepare you to do your theory homework. Go ahead and get your theory book. Okay? Get your theory book and open up your theory to page 43. I'll share my screen. Let me get my theory book open here. That's what I accidentally went to about 10 minutes back. So I'll share my screen. Okay, let me get that. And there we go. So we're looking at the theory. And we'll go ahead, and I see that my name is covering up the piano. I'll take off my name. Okay, on theory, page 43, first you'll play each line. I'm reading the instructions at the top of the page. We always want to read our instructions. Nobody ever wants to do that, but there I am. Okay, I'm reading the instructions up there. Play each musical question and answer. So each musical question and answer is a line. There's the first one, you play, you continue. That's the second one, play, continue. Third one, play, continue. Okay? And then, on the second half of each line, you have a question about the answer. Circle parallel or contrasting for each answer. I will do the first one to get you started on this assignment. Okay, we're on that first line, okay? Right there. Let me pick I kind of want to use a green arrow. Oh well. 3 counts. Okay, so we're feeling 3 beats per measure. We're feeling 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here is a question for you. Here is an answer for you. That's the rhythm. But now let me get those notes. The question. Here is a question for you. And the parallel answer. Here is an answer for you. Oops, I gave away the answer to the answer. So the question starts out, here is a question for you. And the answer, here is an answer for you. basically the same melody, except the final notes were different. Okay, over here we ended with a G, over here we ended with a C, but apart from that, the melodies were exactly the same. So that means over here, they want you to answer this, okay? So is this answer parallel or contrasting? Well, the answer to the answer is that it was a parallel answer. You can almost tell by looking, right? Whether the answers over here, let me pick a jazzy color, whether the answers over here start differently or the same as the questions over here. Okay. I hope that you enjoy doing that theory assignment, and now we'll quicken the pace of our class and learn a bunch of pieces. Let's go to back to the lesson book. Okay, we have some more pieces to learn. More songs. Actually, I'm by myself, so I can just change my mind like that. We're going to go to Technique and Artistry, and let's learn page 27, Canoeing Upstream. I'll share my screen with you for a moment as I introduce this piece. I'll pull it up on the browser first. There's Canoeing Upstream. Okay, let's go back here and share that screen. Okay, Canoeing Upstream. Artistry magic. Oh, look at that. Summer's coming. Time to canoe. A pianist with artistry can play from one hand to the other hand without a bump or a hesitation. Play smoothly over the bar line to beat one of the next measure. Well, what does that mean? Let me explain. Oh, I lost my pen again. Oh, there it is. Haha. So, a lot of times we see a bar. These are bar lines, and it's tempting to stop. So, in Canoeing Upstream, we're invited to just keep on going. Don't stop. Don't break up your music. Keep it going. And these words are helping us. Love the words. We've got 3 counts per measure. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's say the words. Let me slow that down. 3 counts per measure. How did I know that again? And of course I lost my pen. Just something I do a lot. There it is. How did I know how many beats per measure? Can you beat me? Well, the time signature. 3 counts per measure. And the bottom 4 means a quarter note gets 1 beat. How do you like all this review? Okay, so I'm going to talk through the words so we get the rhythm. Okay, let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Over the bar line. Play over the bar line. The music moves over the bar bar line you see. So we're flowing like water over that bar line. Let's go a little more quickly. And I'll set the drum down. Ooh, it's not a great sound. I guess I'm a drum snob. Well, I have another drum here. Let me use this drum. Oh, I like that better. So let's say those words again, okay? We'll count off. We always count off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Speak with me. Over the bar line, play. Over the bar line. The music moves over the bar line you see. Okay, obviously we need to learn the piece more slowly, but I want to let you know that there's a lot of skips. I hope you can see my keys in the right-hand corner. Let me get rid of my name. I'm going to take a moment and unshare the screen, okay, so that I can remove my name. Am I able to do that? I think it's covering up the keyboard. Let's go to the general settings here. My general settings. Perhaps I'll find it in video. Okay. Can I get rid of my name? Profile. Okay. Maybe next time. Okay, I'll leave these. Just trying to get rid of my name. Okay. Anyway, let's go back and play the piece. Actually, I hope that you can always see me. Okay, now I know for sure you can see me. We're only using C, E's, and G's. Again, C, gorilla. Everybody identify your left hand. Take a moment. Okay, this piece also starts with the left hand, just like grandmother. And we're skipping notes, only using C, E, and G for the whole piece. And my right hand also uses only C, E, G. Okay, so these notes are deliberately simple and elegant so you can focus on that flow over the bar line. Over the bar line, play over the bar line. The music moves over the bar line. Ooh, surprise! The left hand crossed over the right. That was fun. Line 2. Music moves over the bar line. Ooh, how did I know what note that was? Well, let's share the screen. How did I know what note to hit when I crossed over? I'm sure Elliot is saying, Miss Veena, it's so obvious. Well, sometimes people space out. So let's point out the obvious. That note up there, it actually says inside the note C. I know you guys have better eyes than me. There's a little white C inside the filled in quarter note. So your left hand's gonna cross over. Okay, enjoy this one. You might really enjoy it with the pedal. Oh, that's right. That's the extra credit. I didn't even read this. I wonder if you can play it by memory. Huh. I wonder if I can play it by memory. Over the bar line, play over the bar line. The music moves over the bar line you see. Oh, let's test Miss Veena. I'm going to make it fancy with the pedal, and I'm starting with my left hand with our gorilla that we love. We love all of God's creatures. Over the bar line, play over So we got we did all three of our books, right? We did the lesson book, the theory, technique and artistry. I took it maybe too slowly. Are you ready to move quickly? I think you are. I promised that we'd finish the primer level. I'm regretting it a little bit, but I'm just going to do it. I'm going to share all those pieces because I know you guys are curious and you're excited to finish our certificate at the end of the book. Okay, back to our lesson book. Well, we have something fun, a new concept. So in the lesson book, on page 62 and 63, we talked about grandmother and musical questions and answers. We turn the page to page 64, and we're in unit 9, and we're learning something new, which allows so many cool things in music. Our new concept is called a tie. Let's look at our lesson book together. I'll turn the page on my app. This is lesson book, page 64. I'm going to share my screen so we can look together. Okay. Of course, I lost my pen. There it is. Somebody should make that into a meme. Okay, the tie is our new concept. A tie is a curved line connecting two notes on the same line or space. It means the note will be played once, but held for the length of both notes combined. So I'm going to look at the examples here. We get to do some math. How many of you like math? Math makes our world go round, doesn't it? So let's play this first example. I'll put a box around what I'm playing. You see two quarter note C's. Without the tie, if we didn't have the tie, if that tie was not there, we would hit 1, 1. But with the tie, let's get rid of that tie. We just hold it. We hit it and hold it, so it becomes 1, 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2. I'll write that down here. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So let's look at the other example. We're in the bass clef now. Okay. And let's do some math. We've got a half note, 2 counts. Our tie, another 2 counts, which means we hold those notes, the G, for 4 counts. And instead of, we do not do this, not 1, 2, 1, 2, wrong. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that amazing? Let's take a look at the second page. Let me get my cursor back. Okay, the second page is where we have the ties on page 65. You ready to do some math? So, over in measure 7, we've got, I'm not good at the circles. Let's not do the circles. Let's take some practice. We've got a dotted half note tied to another dotted half note. Do you remember how many counts those dotted half notes are held for? 3 counts, right? So this D, we're going to hold it for 3 counts plus 3. We'll hold that for a total of 6 counts. And it happens again at the end of the piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counts. Okay, I think we're all getting thirsty for some lemonade. Let me play it. We see in the treble clef, I'm going pretty quickly now, that first note is treble G. Okay, and we can find that in relation to middle C. So I take my right hand, starts with the right hand, see no gorilla, and not the low C, not that, not this, not this, it starts on middle C. Okay, I wonder if my keyboard is backwards. Uh-oh, my keyboard is backwards. I didn't realize that. Oh, let me, you know what? I think I'm going to do something for you. Let me just flip this image. Might be a zoom thing. Let's flip this. Sorry about that. I'm learning this. I'm not going to mirror the video. Oh my, okay. I hope this helps. Sorry about that. Okay, Miss Veena is learning things. Okay, there's my left hand, there's my right. Okay. Lemonade stand, 3 counts. So we want to get that rhythm. We count off first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'll do the rhythm. Come to my lemonade stand today. 5 cents is all you will pay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No better lemonade can be found. We've got the best in town. Okay. I think this piece sounds easier than it is, so don't be frustrated. That's what practicing is for. Get your 25 minutes a day. Or go crazy and get 30 minutes. Here I go. Lemonade stand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come to my lemonade stand today. 5 cents is all you will pay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No better lemonade can be found. We've got the best in town. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just pause that and give it a practice. There are lots of skips. I'll talk it through one more time. So we start on the G here, and we have skips. Come to my, then we have the G down here. And we can pause and fill in the blank here. Which 5-finger pattern are you in? Well, why don't you write a C? Okay, write a C there, because both hands start on C. Okay, we'll start again. I'll continue. I wanted to point out that there's a lot of skips there. Come to my lemonade stand. And we have steps. More steps starting from F. 5 cents is all you will pay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because of the tied notes. Back to our skips in measure 9. No better lemonade can be. We had steps. More steps here. We've got the best in town. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this piece alternates between skips and steps a lot. It's a great song, isn't it? So answer those discovery questions. What are the total number of beats for each tied note in this piece? Well, we answered it already. It's more than 5. Then also, this piece has a musical question for measures 1 through 8. Is the answer in measures 9 through 16 a parallel or contrasting answer? Does the answer start the same way as the question or differently? Okay, we turned the page. Oh, one of my favorites. I'm still in the lesson book for all my friends. Page 66. Let's look at it together. I will change the page first. All my friends, page 66 of the lesson book. Let's look at it together. Ooh, all my friends. I'm just going to tell you that we're in the C position. Sometimes you get a bonus. You guys deserve it. Okay, both hands are in C position, meaning the right hand, that thumb will be on middle C, and the left hand's pinky will be on bass C. If you play the hands together, they will sound beautiful. You could walk up C to E, F, G, and walk down G, F, E, D. Okay, that's the setup. Let's get set up for all my friends together. Rhythm alert. Circle each tie in the music. Oh, let's do that. Now, a tie connects notes of the same pitch. Oh, it looks kind of like a face. Oh, we connect these D's over here. Ooh, we connect these G's over here. Oh, it looks like a frowny face. Okay, I don't see any more ties. Now listen to what it does to the music. We get a little bit of jazz. This one I'll take about this speed. We'll take that tempo. You like that? Say the words. Jimmy, who lives next door, met at the grocery store. Sarah, whom I adore. These are my friends. 2, 3, 4. Isn't that nice? Let's do the second time. That was close to pitch. Repeat the second line of words. Terry across the street, Beth who is always neat. Someday I hope you'll meet all of my friends. It's those ties across the bar line that make this sound so jazzy. And we've got, let's look for steps and skips. Get out your colored pencils and can we mark these together? I'm going to use green arrows for my steps. So we step up here and then we have a skip. Ooh, that's cool. And then we step up again here. We have more steps here. Oh, there's definitely a pattern, isn't there? Then there's a skip. Then we're stepping up again. And attention! Now we skip to the left hand. Not skip, we shift to the left hand. The left hand has steps also going down. Then there's a skip. The left hand again has steps. Okay, so this piece definitely has patterns, and then we continue down. Usually in music and in other art, you set up a pattern and then you break it, and that's somehow really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go back to the piano now that I've realized my piano was backwards, and play this for you. I want you to use your imagination, or you could go to the adventure learning videos, you know, that QR code that I gave you a couple months ago. Look for the adventure learning videos. You can play along with a teacher part. My teacher part is so fun. It goes like this. Jimmy who lives next door, Ben at the grocery store, Sarah whom I adore, these are my friends. A little out of breath, I have to work on my singing. But I'll slow it down and play this for you one more time so you can see the piano big and not backwards. And I won't stop. Oh, there's my gorilla. He's coming off. I need to replace now that I have the camera switched. Oh, okay, we're all learning here. 1, 2, 3, 4, straight on through. Jimmy who lives next door, Ben at the grocery store, Sarah whom I adore, these are my friends. Repeat. Terry across the street, Beth who is always sweet, someday I hope you'll meet all of my friends too. In the theory book, you have I think it's, let's see, I believe it's actually Technique and Artistry. Oh, yes. So Technique and Artistry, we have a really fun piece. After I introduced this, I believe, well, tell you what, I'll finish off the lesson book because I think you all are excited to do that. But there'll still be some theory and technique and artistry activities which we can do together when we see each other in 2 weeks, okay? But for now, let's go to Technique and Artistry because I love this piece on page 28. It's so jazzy. It's actually a little exercise. And why is it jazzy and snazzy? Well, it's because of those ties. I just love ties. I'll share my screen so we can look at these ties together. Okay. Well, we're going to circle those ties and we're going to get a bunch of smiley faces. Who does not love that? Okay. Ooh, there's a tie. 2 E's are connected. Ooh, there's a tie. 2 F's are connected. Oh, the left-hand pattern. 2 A's are connected. 2 G's. And I want to remind us to do a little review. Treble clef. The right hand's playing in treble clef for our high notes. And the left hand is down in the basement on the bass clef. Related, right? Lower, basement, basic, bass clef. Those low notes. So we've got this wonderful rhythm because of the tie. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won the game today. We won the game today. You're going to do it 8 times for each hand. We won the game today. And why is it 8 times? Well, first we do it on C, then we move to D. The thumb is always moving up. The thumb's shifting higher and higher up the piano. Then we continue this pattern up, starting on E, then start on F, then start on G, then start on A, then start on B, then start on C. Then the left hand is going to do that also, starting on C, but it's going to go lower and lower and lower. Start on C, left hand, start on B, then continue this pattern down beginning on A, G, F, E, D, C. Well, you probably want to hear what it sounds like with such a cool rhythm. We won the game today. We won the game today. And you have some questions here. Oh, can you name and demonstrate for your teacher 3 out of the 5 technique secrets? See pages 4 to 5. Oh, I bet you can. We can stop and do that right now. The first one was karate pose. Okay, making sure we're not sitting too close. Then we had blooming flower for that round hand shape. Well, let me just go ahead and play this. Technique and Artistry, page 28. We won the game today. Right hand will play first. Let me start that off better. We won the game today. We won the game today. We won the game today. Oh, notice it starts with repeated notes, okay? There's 2 notes. And you're going to keep on moving your thumb up. So we're only using fingers 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 the whole time. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay? We won the game. Hooray! We won the game today. 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 What did we do? Haha. And now the left hand. Still, we won the game today, but the melody is going to be upside down. We won the game today. Ready? The left hand's going to start here and go lower and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play. We won the game today. 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 Hooray! All right. I think we've had quite a long video, and as promised, I shall play the last pieces of the lesson book, although my assignment sheet, I think, will be a little more balanced. Now, I'm going to go to page 67 of the lesson book. The Bells of Great Britain. And I'll share my screen. We'll take a quick look. As you look at the page, at the top we have this special bells effect. We have this wonderful bell tower because Big Ben, well, is the famous bell tower in England that this is imitating. You hold that right foot pedal down and yes, you'll be watching my wrist as I play this. I want to highlight before I play it on the score the octave shifts of the right hand. Okay, in measure 9 we play C and E together. And then we're instructed to go 1 octave higher, so then play it up here. And then go 2 octaves higher, so then play it up here. Okay? The Bells of Great Britain I will play this twice so you can see it. I'll play it slowly first. Okay, you ready for this? 3 counts per measure. I know that because I looked at the time signature. 3, 4. Let's take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here I play. Ding dong, ding dong. 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Do the repeat softly. There is a piano. 2, 3. And then we have 1 o'clock. 2, 3. My wrist moves. See my wrist moving? And then we'll go a little more quickly. And let me go to the score. I want to show you one thing. In the score, grab your pencil. Actually, get the colored ones, because the colored ones can point out to us the first time. See, we've got this repeat on the first line. We're going to play the first line twice. And that makes sense of this dynamic here. F-P on repeat. What does that mean? So the first time we're going to play forte, ooh, fiery. And on that repetition, we're going to get a gentle piano. Piano on the repeat. Forte the first time, piano on the repeat. And notice the dynamics. Dynamics mean volume for the second line. Forte first, and then mezzo forte, still pretty loud, I should not have whispered, and then piano, and then as soft as possible. Let's see if I can do all those dynamic markings. I hope you do them better than me. The bells of Great Britain. You know what? I'm going to angle my camera down a little bit so you can see my hands. Okay, you can see my wrist movements. I kind of was trying to get my head shot. So we're not seeing my side view enough. I think I might adjust that. Let me adjust. Okay, I will angle the camera down a little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't close on us. The dreaded close. And I'm going to go back to my, I'm going to show more of my hands here. That's not what I want to do. I want to, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to grab this. Yes. Isn't that magical? I could do that. I think we can see a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, we can see a little bit more of my hands. How do you like that? Okay. All this technology. Oopsie, let me apply that. Okay. Is that better? You can see my, oh, you can see my wrists now. Good. I want you to see my wrist movement on Bells of Great Britain. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do those dynamics. So we want to hear my forte, mezzo forte, piano, pianissimo. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Also, watch my wrists. Wrist releases. And now we have that echo. Piano. 2, 3. And now measure 9. Forte, 2, 3. Mezzo forte. Piano. And. 1, we've gone for quite a long time. So let's stop this video for now and I'll upload it and get some feedback from all of you perhaps if you want more. Bye.